All right, y'all. Stephen with you again, Bama GA Outdoors. I done got to another little creek, and I'm gonna try it out. I'll show y'all what it looked like real quick. That's the upstream direction. So the water is coming under the bridge from the left to right. I plan on getting down there if I can. It's a little slewed up area, and I can see some structure from up here, but I plan on fishing this little slewed up area underneath the bridge and underneath the bridge, hoping I can catch some. This is a somewhat busy road, and my parking situation is not great. There's really nowhere else to park out here, so we're gonna get out here, see what we can do. I did want to try from that side, but casting options are not great because of all those limbs from the trees. And I did want to try to get down over here on this side and fish and see what was happening. But you know, we got a good amount of current over there. If I did fish from this side, I would cast back up into that area because it's completely still, and see if I could get anything coming out of that slack water. Somebody has a rope on a tree they used to swing down here, so it's probably got some pretty good depth to it right here. So we're gonna go get the pole and stuff, and we get set up. We'll come back to y'all in a minute. Hold on. All right, y'all, we're gonna give it a go. I don't know what the depth is like, so I'm gonna start off with the same depth that I had at the last little hole, about 1.5 feet, and see what happens. So I'll kind of let structure down here under the water. This little hole look like it's kind of deep right here. I kind of like this situation. You got the current out there, and kind of bypasses this little spot. Ooh, boy, I seen that fish come up and hit it right there. Golly, I ain't never ready for that. I don't know why I'm never ready for that strike, and I should be. All this structure right here in this little pocket, I know it has to be holding fish. At least bluegill or little bass. This area of this creek looks nice. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change my depth a little bit and see what happens. Is that a phone charger cord? What is this? certainly is. Doggone phone charger cord. I have found lately cell phones, and now I'm finding phone charger cords. That mug just looked kind of weird laying over there, wrapped around that branch. This looked like the kind of place that it would be holding some slabs, but you just can't tell. You never know. Might not be holding what you think. All that space and I hit the bridge. Ain't that some crap? This is one of the new spots up. That's a big brain. Well, he swallowed that. He ain't really that big, but he engulfed the entire jig. Golly, that mug was hungry. That mug was hungry. All right, y'all give me a minute. I'm gonna have to do some surgery on him. He took that hook way back. He's probably the one I missed the first time. And he just too small for me to take to the house. He ain't even hand size. So he definitely ain't pan size. Pretty little old fish though. Thank you, Lord. I was hoping he was a crappie, but that's okay. I caught one right here. Probably be another little spot if you had some worms and you just sat right here. You could probably tear some limbs up. This water's still up pretty high, so a lot of these bridges that I found, I know I can't fish a lot of them right now still. Water level's still up pretty good. I got another little slewed up area right over here to my left, but the current is pretty strong right out from it. It's just a little narrow runoff creek spot from where the water runs off out of these people's pasture that's behind me. Who knows? I may do a lot of running around today trying to find these fish. keep looking at the area over there underneath the bridge by those trusses, and is water kind of back up that way, where I really can't stand. I really want to kind of fish that way and come back this way, stand over there and cast back this way, but I'm not going to be able to. Well, I may be able to go on the other side of the bridge, cast back this way, and retrieve kind of with the current, because this is one of those situations where you got more creek channel out that way toward those other trusses, and in this section by this between these last two trusses you don't have as much current. And I'm looking at a spot right up there on the other side of the bridge that some fish might be holding on, and I'm looking at this area down through here. If you were to cast from that direction back this way, you may have a better opportunity. I just wanted to try it right here for a second. I'm gonna try to make my way over there. Hopefully I can make it around all them rocks and stuff real easy, because it don't look like it'll be that easy of a time getting over there, especially with my gear. So I believe after this retrieve, I'm gonna try to go over there. Man, that little brim was greedy. Well, he sucked that whole jig down his mouth. But let's go over here, y'all. Okay, y'all, I hope that's gonna be a good view. I'm up under this bridge, and I'm gonna get down here on this big piece of concrete. Yeah, it drops off down there, and I'm gonna cast back up toward that little spot that I was just at. And I'm gonna retrieve it back this way and see if we can catch anything. Crappy, that is. This look like it should be some. Man, I can see down in the water, this look like it's got some pretty decent depth to it. I'm sorry I can't get y'all a better view of me and the actual cast and the float coming back to me. It's just the way it is. I tried to get it, but if y'all could see how I got my tripod sitting up there on them rocks, trying to get this, at least this on film, y'all would understand. It's not that easy of a little area to film from. I'm gonna go just a little bit deeper, simply because this water, it look like it's got a little some pretty good depth to it. Like it's one of the deeper creeks that I fish. I just feel like it's got good depth to it for the fact that there's a rope over here on this tree where people used to swing from. I don't think anybody would wanna, is that him? There he is. Yes. Oh, that's a bass. Well, I've been killing the bass lately, man. I have not filmed all the bass I've caught, but I have been killing the bass lately. Thank you, Lord. If I was to go back to my old bass fishing, I've been doing great. Bass fishing used to be my favorite, or tied to be one of my favorite fish to go after. I love crappie and bass fishing, but lately, I don't think I've fished anywhere that I've caught a fish that I haven't caught a bass. Man, I thought he was a good crappie. He give me hope that there's some crappie around here. Thank you, Lord. But so far, everywhere I've stopped today, I've stopped at 3 spots. I've caught fish. The first place that I stopped, when I left there, I went up the street and around the corner to where the creek part is that feeds that little area I was in. And I caught a small crappie up there and had a whole bunch of little bluegill bites. But I didn't film because I had my phone in the truck charging, trying to keep the battery good, because that's what I film with. But everywhere I've been today so far, I've caught a fish. And that's what it's all about for me. I just want to catch a fish everywhere I fish. I love to catch the species that I'm targeting, but I just love to catch fish. I'm glad the temperatures came up some, because with this doggone cool breeze the way it is, man, I don't know if I want to stay out here the way its wind is blowing. If the temperature hadn't came up, I think we done almost hit our high for the day. They said the high was gonna be like 53, 54. My truck was reading 52 when I got out. So it's warmed up a little bit. There's an area behind me. I see a lot of riprap out here where this creek channel kind of goes out, but there's a still area right here behind me. You got more current out this way. You got more current probably about 6 to 8 feet out in front of me. And because the way this sticks out, the way the bank cuts back in over there, it stops the current, and the current just kind of goes that way. So you got a slack area over here. And I don't know how well I can access it, and I don't know the depth, and I can actually see a lot of riprap down on the bottom right there. I'm gonna try to fish that area from here. Man, I don't know what to do about my camera shot, because, and I hope I don't get hung, because I see all this riprap. I see steel beams. I can cast over there easy, but I want y'all to be able to see what I'm doing. So hold on, I'm gonna turn that around. Boy, it's a lot of doggone raccoon tracks up under this mud. Let me make my way back over here. Turn y'all around. That's gonna be about the best camera angle I can get y'all. So I just hope I can stay in the shot. I know I can't be right behind this pole, this bridge pillar. So I know right here I'm in the shot. So I'm just gonna try to, and I'm kind of casting, kind of curving behind me. That calm water over there, if anything holding crappy, that look like that should be holding. And when I start seeing the edge of that grip wrap and stuff, I gotta speed my retrieve up. I cannot cast over there very far. There's an old tree with a ton of vines hanging on it. So, and I know y'all, I don't know if y'all can see my float out there from where y'all at. Up, there it is. Man, I was trying to avoid that crap. Was trying to avoid this. Whew, thank you, Lord. All right. Let's see if we can not do that again. I know y'all can't see where I'm casting, and I apologize, but I do fish in some spots where videoing is not that easy. I always just feel like the fish are in some of the spots that a camera can't, especially when you're trying to film yourself, where a camera can't be at easily. Man, that's such a good spot right here where I just cast. It should be a crappie over there. I'm telling you. I may end up on the creek down the road from the house where I caught them 14. We done had those storms, and water levels should be pretty good for me to get down there to the spot where I normally fish from. I know battling the wind down there today is not gonna be easy, but I think I may head down there when I leave here. I just got a pretty good feeling about that spot today. it. Yeah. I gotta cast across the creek a couple of times. It's some slower water back over there. That's not exactly where I want it to be. Some slower water. It's a piece of concrete over there like the one I'm standing on, and there's some slower water behind it. Yep, right in there. It's kind of on the bank right now. I've fished areas like that before. Right before, just like at the other creek where I fish without a current. Usually right when it get ready to drop off the current, a lot of times there's fish stacked up right there in that little pocket of still water. This might be a good catfish hole too. Just never know. I was gonna try to go down on the other side, but that bank over there is slick. I'm not gonna be trying to slide down into the water. All right, so I'm getting ready to wrap it up from here. That was a one and done here, seemingly. But I'm just on a hunt for them today. I'm gonna cast back up this way. 1 quick second up through here. I just want to try it again back to my left. And just see a couple casts. I know y'all not facing that direction, but I just want to see. I just got to cast back up through there. That little spot is so intriguing to me. I gotta come around this I gotta cast and come around the corner of this last little bridge piling right here. I just wanna get close to it. Either a big brim, a bass, or crappie. Something. Gotta be hanging out right in there. And if I don't get bit, yeah, it is what it is. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this spot. I'm gonna wrap it up and head to the next one. I'm on a mission today. See if I can go this way without falling or something. All right. Let's see y'all in the next hole.